What's going on, everyone? My name is Nicholas Merton here from DataDash, and today is March 16th of 2024. Well, folks, I hope you all are having a fantastic day wherever you are, because in today's video, I not only want to spend some time to talk about the broader narrative of meme coins and their growing relevancy in the crypto industry, as they've been some of the top performing assets over the past few weeks and months, but beyond that as well, I want to talk about a particular play in the crypto industry, one in which is not only leading from a price action perspective over the past week, but beyond that as well is climbing the ranks and proving to be one of the stronger fundamental plays in the meme coin space. And I know those terms usually don't go together, but this is a very unique case in the crypto space where I think it's actually worked. And it proves that something quite magical can happen with meme coins. Today we're going to be talking about our sponsor, Floki. Now, many of you have possibly already heard about Floki. They're the 49th largest cryptocurrency by market cap at $2.5 billion. But beyond that as well, they've been around since back in 2021 during the previous cycle. And over the past couple of weeks, with this recent meme coin craze, we've seen that essentially Floki has come back to essentially pass or surpass Bonk and Whiff, two of the new age meme coins that have come about in this recent rally over the past year. So what gives here? Why is Floki rising the ranks here, and in fact getting even closer to potentially flipping Pepe, which is one of the new entrants into the market as well? Well, I think a big thing here that we need to understand is that beyond just analyzing price action and momentum, which is definitely something for me that I really care about as a trader, it's important to understand that Floki has a very unique background. Whereas a lot of meme coins at the end of the day are blanket speculation, and no doubt about it, Floki does benefit from that broader meme coin trend. The important thing to understand about Floki is that Floki's story is one that's quite unique and one that's relatively resilient. I originally scoffed off Floki like a lot of other meme coins when I first saw it, but I got to learn a lot about the story when I previously did a review on a project that came out of the Floki ecosystem known as TokenFi. This is one of the few ready-made platforms that taps into the real-world asset narrative and essentially allows you to streamline deployment of real-world asset tokenization on a whole range of EVM-compatible chains. If you guys scan through that kind of industry or sector right now, real-world assets and some of these narratives, you'll see a lot of people deploying projects that are aiming to tap into this market over the next year or two. In the case of TokenFi, they were building this ahead of time. And the fact that this came out of Floki was something that shocked me at the beginning. I didn't know that there were actually projects coming out of Floki's ecosystem. And this to me really captivated me. When I learned that essentially the project had been listed, it went crazy, the original developers had essentially sold the tokens and got out, and the community was left with the opportunity to either step away from the play or build something new. They chose to choose the latter. They decided to go out and build an ecosystem of applications and relevant ones, considering the network effect and the valuation of Floki, utilizing a DAO or decentralized autonomous organization as a decentralized community to go out there and actually support funding for new projects that further expand the Floki brand and offer value and utility outside of the network. Now, obviously, TokenFi was one of the big platform launches that I was really excited about, and out of all the products, really resonated with me, which is why we covered it here on the channel. And not to mention as well, TokenFi has been picking up big time. We covered it back here, I think in January, early February, and since then the token itself has done very well as the real world asset narrative has picked up. But I think also people are realizing that it's one of the platforms that's already ready-made addressing this market, so it has a front runner advantage to a lot of the other players. But beyond that as well, there's a whole range of other different projects that come about within the Floki ecosystem. They have their own play-to-earn NFT Metaverse game, Valhalla, which reminds me a lot of RuneScape or World of Warcraft. It's definitely still in the earlier stages, but it's coming about, and the developers have been working on building out the environment and the storyline. But beyond that, TokenFi, which we already discussed, as well as a lot of things like FlokiFi, which allow for token locking. So essentially, playing off of the story and the struggle that Floki went through as a project and a lot of meme coins go through, they built their own token locker mechanism for liquidity providers so that you can essentially have an LP rug pull all of the liquidity after the price is appreciated. Many of you have possibly been there trading on meme coins or even on altcoins in general. No cryptocurrency is immune from this if it's traded on a decentralized exchange. You need to have that liquidity lock. So they built really interesting tools like this that actually allow for there to be actual products and utilities beyond just Floki being a meme coin. And I think that this is really interesting from a fundamentals perspective, that they're continuing to incubate new projects and they're using the virality of being a meme coin to actually do this. And I think that this kind of plays into my topic about the broader narrative of meme coins. Before I continue talking about Floki as a project, I think that there is something to not be ignored here on. Essentially, when I got into crypto and when I got passionate about topics like DeFi or real world assets and tokenization, over the last couple of years, I used to kind of scoff off meme coins, and I used to kind of essentially brush off the fact that there were these incredibly viral types of crypto assets. And I know that a lot of people probably have a similar reaction to that. It's the kind of gut reaction that this is just speculation. It could be nothing more. But I think what we've been seeing here is projects like Floki starting to realize that, hey, you can create a viral community and utilize memes in order to make that community much more viral than trying to build some really prestigious or professional looking protocol that's trying to be intimidating and very esteemed and professional, and then essentially not be able to really see an adoption of technology, right? So in this case, with memes, we're able to get our ideas out there much quicker. We're able to build communities much quicker, get people involved on a much larger scale, and then from there, be able to deploy and deliver on a whole range of different exciting projects. TokenFi is an example of that. And with the recent acquisition from DWF Labs, which is a major market maker and OTC provider in the crypto space, by them purchasing over $10 million in token, in this case, the native token or the sister token to Floki for the TokenFi platform, I think this speaks quite big volume about the fact that TokenFi as a platform is a serious platform, but beyond that as well, that the projects that Floki is deploying are actually needed in the crypto space and are things that people are getting excited about. And this is, again, I think just so much more inspiring to see people utilize that momentum to actually build real applications beyond just being a vehicle of speculation or trading in the crypto market. And I think it's telling when you see names like DWF Labs making such large ticket investments into a project that was incubated from a meme coin community. I think that this tells us that, at least in the case of Floki and maybe potentially other meme coins, that we are going to see this shift where venture capital and a lot of institutional capital in the altcoin space will be focused on communities like Floki that are deploying really exciting applications because they have the virality of their broader ecosystem in order to ramp up these products, scale them out, and get the word out as well in order to maintain dominance in the market. And I think what's really cool as well is that if you're a long-term believer in this vision of Floki, if you've been a holder of Floki as a meme coin, whether you're just speculating or if you really believe in the long-term vision, you have the ability essentially to stake your tokens and earn the new sister token, which is the native token for TokenFi. So I think this is really nice that you don't need to essentially go out and purchase the additional token. If you're a long-term focused participant within the Floki ecosystem, you can already stake that and start getting the native token for their additional platform focused on real-world asset tokenization. I love stuff like this. And I think, again, at the end of the day, it has an alignment of incentives for long-term participants to be able to get additional rewards on these new applications that are hitting the market. Outside of it as well, Valhalla is definitely one of the big projects that, in this case, Floki is trying to deploy to market, and they've been working on over the past few years. I think that's one of the big things I want to emphasize here. You know, when it comes high time for bull markets, you tend to see projects come out of the woodworks and say, we're working on this, we're working on that. We've started initiating working on this big project, and it's going to come out in a year or two. In the case of Floki, they've been working, again, similar to TokenFi. Not only have they been working on real-world asset tokenization for some time, they've also been on the gaming narrative for some time. They started the project back in 2022, and because of that, this project has definitely been well into the development process and is easily playable right now, where you can test it out online and give it a shot. I think, again, at the end of the day, I'm going to always give you guys my candid opinion here. I think that the game itself does have a ways to go in the development process, but at the same time, it's comparative to the Web3 space when it comes to gaming, is definitely on the higher end of quality and has been something, again, that as it's had the time to actually mature and be built by a team of dedicated developers who are passionate about the Floki ecosystem and what they're trying to build with Valhalla, you can start to see that manifest here versus a lot of other projects in the crypto space that just pop up overnight and are going to fade out as quickly as they rose up. I think outside of that as well, there's a lot of really interesting things. You're seeing a ton of traction across socials like StockTwits and Twitter, where you're seeing Floki trend amongst a lot of the other meme coins, and even some really big exchange listings. Not only is Floki already on Binance and pretty much all the major exchanges you could think about where you'd want to essentially purchase or trade the token, but outside of that as well, they also listed on one of the biggest exchanges within Dubai. This is CoinMeta. So definitely really exciting business development. And outside of that, on a marketing forefront, this is going to be something that I think will play big time into the virality and the continuation of Floki. And that's their partnership that they did at the heart of New York City on Times Square. They're going to be advertising Floki for 3 months straight, starting on March 15th. So this is really exciting to see these kind of big brand deals for meme coins. And I think, again, as we're talking about the broader narrative of meme coins here, I think it's important to just understand where we might be in the broader scheme of things. Now, at the end of the day, guys, I want to make it very clear, while Floki in this case did sponsor the video, what I'm about to share you guys here today is my take on meme coins. I'm not here to give some crazy out the wazoo valuations, but I want to let you know about how I'm approaching it, because we did talk about the project itself, but at the end of the day, I'm a trader, and I want you guys to know about my genuine thoughts about where meme coins like Floki could go and how you can actually go about trading these plays. Essentially speaking, if you're a long-term believer in what Floki's building, then you can always have a position if you want. But if you're trying to approach it in a smart way, I think above all, it's important to keep track of how the price is performing against the broader moving averages on the 4-hour time frame. I track the 9-hour EMA, the 21-hour EMA, and the 50 EMA. And as you can see here, not only did we see support here in the 50 EMA, but outside of that as well, most of the time, price is remaining above the 9 EMA and the 21. If you take a look at alternative tokens out there, again, you guys will see that this is the strategy I utilized in my Mastering Meme Coins video I did the other day. You'll see here that names like Pepe in this case are spending a bit more time here between the pocket of these shorter term time frames and here on the 50 EMA. Along with that as well, you can see Sheeb as well has a much more brutal pullback here, visiting that 50 EMA a lot more here over the past couple days, not breaking out to new highs. So I do track this price action here because it's a signal for community increase or decrease over time, in my opinion. While you might have some genuine increase in holders, again, at the same time, I think this is a dynamic that's going to let you know about whether or not these meme coins are going to continue growing or declining over time. So definitely keep an eye on those moving averages here. That's my really candid opinion when it comes to the price action side of things. And I'm not here today to tell you guys that you have to go out and buy Floki or anything like that. What I want you to be aware of, though, is that Floki as a project is definitely, from a fundamentals perspective, much stronger than other meme coins. It's gone leaps and bounds in actually trying to build a real community, and outside of that, trying to build some real applications, which I think at the end of the day is definitely feel good for me personally. It's something that's nice to see in the crypto industry, and I think that there really might be something there that a lot of people have misunderstood or unappreciated, which is that ability to use the virality of meme coins as a way to gamify growing a community and potentially utilizing that energy in that community towards funding, developing, and supporting great ideas in the crypto space. Not to mention doing a lot of good and charity and support along the way for a lot of great things external of the crypto industry. So if you guys are interested to learn a little bit more about Floki in this case and learn about what their vision is as a project and to compare it against the broader range of meme coins, definitely check out the link down below in the description. But I think overall, again, do your own due diligence, guys. Take a look at Sheeb, take a look at, Pepe, take a look at Dog with Hat, take a look at Bonk, and see whether or not, in this case, Floki is the right meme coin for you. I think at the end of the day, there's a lot of different teams and projects out there, but this is one in which I think has one of the most impressive stories in the crypto space. And I'm excited to see Floki making a rebound and basically leading a lot in regards to the past couple of weeks as meme coins have started to reignite back into the crypto industry. That's going to be it for today's video, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone.